you guys. Just a real quick question,
I
because
mean, James.
as you guys know, I'm in Nevada and you guys are in California. How does that? How does Have you guys? Only because James, you was talking about you quitting and everything. So a quick question is, how does that work? Like, if you're not the fact that you're quitting because you're annoyed with your job, but let's say like, or you know what, G, I'm sorry, go ahead. This is a topic for another day. It's just basically practicing of unsafe environments, or you quitting because you feel like your environment is unsafe. Like, you know, you can get sick or whatever. You have people coming around that are sick, or that you have people transferring over from other areas that are known to be a hot spot for sickness, and they come to yours and people start getting sick.
You wouldn't quit at that point. You would well, there's a couple of different ways you would do it. You can try to go OSHA route, or try to go out on disability.
You could do that,
Or you just
but
follow.
there are
If
some
you're in a
jobs
union, is it union or non-union?
Oh no, I'm just saying in general. I know with the union it's a little bit different. You have more. Oh, go ahead.
What?
Oh no, I was saying go ahead, James. I didn't mean to. What I said, I know that the union gives you more leeway because they do fight for your right for it, but I know California. What was it? California is more of a union state, but Nevada isn't a union state, I believe. The last time I seen the maps, I don't know if it's changed or not, but we gave away our rights for that a while ago, or at least when it came for the county. So I do know that the job that I was working, you didn't really have that ability. You didn't have that ability to take off because you thought you were sick, or people coming in. You either had to use your own time, which was a little bit that they gave you anyway, and they wouldn't let you keep taking off, or you had to quit. And I know for me, that's a situation that I fell in where I just had to quit because a hot spot was the downtown bus station, where all these people were just getting off and getting on, and then you had a whole bunch of homeless people. The situation, you just would have had to been there to see it. But eventually what happened was the entire workforce down there at the downtown bus station got sick, and they got, this was back in 2020, not now. So then they were sending the people who got sick over to the station of people who were not sick, like where I was at. And so you had them coming up there coughing and everything and this and that, and people started to get sick in my station. And then I think 1 or 2 people ended up dying. So yeah, I quit that job after that. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not coming back. I'm not doing that again, because they didn't take any protection to help us out. They didn't even tell us that these people were sick. We found out through word of mouth, through the fact that people ended up dying, and that the case of them being killed off was and then that's how everyone.
Don't say that word. You gotta say something else.
Oh, excuse me. The deadly death virus.
Yeah.
So so what happened with that
Thanks,
was
YouTube.
when we found that out. Right? Yeah, I did forget. I'm sorry, G. When we found out, we ended up we had a couple choices: stick around and get the paycheck, or quit, or take a couple of days, not like the 2 weeks that some places will give you and then more, but take a couple of days off of your own paid time and then come back to work. And if whatever happened. And they even made you fill out some paperwork for that too.
Yeah, don't sign that.
So
Don't ever sign that.
Right? Did you guys have that same situation I did, or did you guys have a different situation? Even if you didn't go through it.
Before James goes, I just want to say this. I mean, if you ever get into, this is to anybody who's listening to this podcast. If you ever get put in that situation and they try to have you sign paperwork, never sign paperwork. Or if you will sign that paperwork, get a lawyer. Do not sign anything like that at all if that's happening. Never do that. I don't care how bad you are. If you have to get a lawyer involved, heck no. That is. But I'll let James go. He might be able to explain that better than I can.
Basically, at that point, your option would be probably to go to the labor board, file a complaint with the labor board or OSHA, and you claim unsafe work environment. So yeah, if you shouldn't have to quit or lose your job over something like that, but yeah, and like G said, never sign anything they're gonna try to make you sign, because they try to do that to cover their ass. And basically that's saying that you can't file a complaint against them against any of those boards, because that's what they're there for. If you're not in a union, you go through them. I mean, I've been screwed out of pay before from companies, and I'll literally go file a complaint, and it's like a whole deal. Like, they have investigators that come out. It's not a joke. So pay, like hazard vacation. Yeah, because the thing is, that company can get sued with all you guys getting sick. If you got everybody together, you can literally go in a class action lawsuit against that company. Especially the people that died, like their families could get paid off of that. I know it's not going to bring them back, but a lot of people, a lot of bigger companies do that, and they know that. So they were like, yeah, no, you got to go. You got to get out of here. Like, I was just coughing. No, you got to go. You give it, no. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Dude, my buddy
one of those videos I seen
dude, my buddy worked for Target, and he started coughing, and they like, yeah, you gotta leave. Don't come back without your test. And he's like, I mean, okay. And he went and took the test. They're like, oh, you're positive. So they were like, yeah, don't come back.
Yeah, I know.
So you give us a negative test, you can't come back.
Okay.
But I'll say this, because first off, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I do take this very serious, things like that very seriously. Shout out to Adam and James for bringing that topic up, because it's important, because I definitely do feel like, particularly a lot of us, because we don't know no better, that we're really afraid, of reaction or any action when a company mistreats you. That's a great thing about being in this country, that there are options that you have. And that's the thing I want to say is, like, do not be afraid to do something about it if something wrong is happening. I mean, of course, there are circumstances, like if you're dealing with a startup, fair enough. But for the most part, if you're dealing with a company like a Target or like he was saying, like a bus station, and doing that crap, no, you need to go let people know, man. Like, that's some foul. Too many people are afraid to go out and report people, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna lose my money, whatever. But at the same time, and like James said, yeah, a lot of that stuff, you do that, you report it to the right people, man. It, like, I mean, put it like this, put it like this. It kind of happened with me with Sirius Outlet, even though it was like 2 years after I left my job. But Sirius Outlet, when I was working at Sirius Outlet, I don't mind calling them out because I hate that job. They were supposed to give us raises. They were supposed to raise our money by $1, and they never did it. So a lot of us were working underpaid. 2 years later, they got a class action lawsuit. I got a $200 check because they didn't pay me all my money. So point being is, if you see something or hear something going wrong, particularly when it comes to your health, always remember this, and I'm sure James can agree. Most companies are going to do more to watch their own than watch yours, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I get that. So it's very important that you take care of yourself, because nobody else is going to take better care of you than you.